An advocate for children and families of divorce and violence, who also pioneered the government's family violence networking system. Now, for her contributions over the past 30 years, Dr. Khatijah Dawood received the Outstanding Social Worker Award, the profession's highest honour. She was one of 4 social work leaders given top honours for their exemplary achievements. President Halimah Yacob thanked social workers for their dedication and their contributions during the pandemic. She also urged them to look out for fellow practitioners who may need more support.
As social service professionals, you work hard to serve those in need, shouldering their burdens. It is important that you also remember to take care of yourselves.
For those who are keen to do social work, first try and volunteer. Okay, volunteer with any agency where you feel more comfortable with, right? Could be related to children or seniors or adults. Just go and volunteer and see which area kind of like excites you. So know yourself first. Yeah, know your values and see what excites you. I think in social work you must be excited. You must be excited, otherwise you feel drained.
More on this, Rafidah Ayob, a lead specialist for Community Corrections Command at the Singapore Prison Service, joins us. She is one of the recipients of the Promising Social Worker Award. Ms. Ayob, first, congratulations on your win. Most of what you do involves helping ex-offenders. We've had at least 1.5 years of measures to control the spread of COVID-19. Have these measures made it harder for you to do your work?
I think for me, it didn't really make it harder, but I would say that it has changed the way that we engage and deliver our intervention with the ex-offenders, specifically in the community setting that I'm working in. The pandemic actually pushes us to embrace and leverage on technological tools to deliver our interventions. So I think when we are embracing on technological tools, it comes with itself the sets of challenges as well as advantages.
Rafidah, how much has changed in the perception of ex-offenders? Because a lot of your work involves debunking stereotypes, and some of them very fixed in the minds of the public.
I would say that a lot has changed definitely. Over the years, prison has been working very hard in reaching out to the members of the public to educate the members of the public the importance of rehabilitation and the role that each and every one of us play in actually rehabilitating ex-offenders. So definitely, I would say that a lot have changed as compared to the years, but a lot more can be done to continue to educate the members of the public and also to emphasize the key point there, which is when it comes to rehabilitation, the autonomy and the sense of ownership of the ex-offenders is also equally important as well.
Well, you point out all these things, Ms. Ayob. For an ex-offender, what is his or her greatest challenge?
In my years of experience working with them, I think one thing that is definitely a challenge is to be gainfully employed and to actually find an employment that is a good fit. I think over the years, we also have worked with our key partners, Yellow Ribbon Singapore, to actually help the ex-offenders to find a suitable job for themselves. But to remain employed requires skills for them. It requires patience. It requires a good fit to be gainfully employed and to remain employed for a long period of time to ensure stability and the ability to reintegrate successfully to the society.
On the point of reintegration, Rafidah, is there anything more that the system can do to improve in order to get ex-offenders back into society, get them back to having a life?
As mentioned, that in terms of rehabilitation, is definitely there's this saying that says that it takes a village to raise a child. It takes the whole community to actually help assist rehabilitating offenders. So definitely there's always room for us to collaborate better. There's always room for us to collaborate more to help and assist the ex-offenders to reintegrate back to the society. Maybe beyond just looking at the whole of government interventions or collaboration, we can look at the whole of nations collaboration to work towards rehabilitating and reintegrating the ex-offenders, to provide them more opportunities and platform for them to be be able to reintegrate successfully.
Ms. Yacob, listening to how you've outlined the challenges of your job, it's clear you find satisfaction in it. But if you could highlight for us what you find most rewarding in your line of work and what your hopes might be for your sector in the future.
For me, definitely the most satisfying and the most rewarding part is actually seeing them being able to change and seeing them resist and also rise above all the odds that's presented to them in change themselves and their lifestyle. So I think that's definitely the most rewarding part in my career. I think my hope for the sector is for it to continually evolve, for it to continually challenge itself and its boundaries to be able to advocate for the betterment of the ex-offenders.
Thanks for that, Rafidah Yacob. She's one of the recipients of the Promising Social Worker Award, and she's from the Singapore Prison Service.